what's going on YouTube? I ain't gonna be up here too long. I wanted to finish what I was saying last night. So then right into it. Listen to what Gang talking about now. Video saying, you know, clothes and the effects of the brand, like making it known and broadcasting how this make you feel, and you know the response you get from the state isn't a good idea. I wouldn't even say that. I mean, that's not a good idea. And the reason why I say that is because
Hey, Tony, I need you to push my phone on. I don't have no clothes on, so I just want to walk in.
oh yes, please.
Well, next time I just walk in there.
No,
And then I'm gonna call your name. There should be a button in the front. No. Yeah, it's touchscreen. Wonder why it's not right there in the corner. Or the top, no. On the screen, right there. Did it get unplugged? You might hear something because I'm printing something.
something printing too from my
What is it doing? Updating? Why did it go to sleep? Oh, I see a blue line. It's just picking up everything. Get back on the internet.
What was I saying? Okay, yeah, now. The reason for the title of the video is because I was watching one of Gang Stalking Better Numbers. That's his YouTube channel, Gang Stalking Better Numbers. I was watching one of his videos a long time ago. He said, you know, don't document, but don't voice what's going on through a high technology affect you, a high program affect you. He was very clear on when he was saying that. I hadn't quite understand why I said that voice and don't document it far away. Just don't say that type of information in your videos. And the reason why I 100% agree with Gang Stalking Better Numbers is because I did a video a lot too long ago. If y'all on the channel that's out there at my house, and I told y'all the good and the bad far as what's the difference. When I say it's like they listen to that live and like increase the harassment based that I noticed a day or two after I made that live. The aspect that I said was doing good and far as sleep, the noise campaign calmed down. I couldn't really hear the rap videos, and I was just excluding all the information live. It seems like to me, based on experience and went through Gang Stalking Better Numbers, probably is not a wise thing to voice how the program making you feel, or which weak points in it, or which strong points in the program, far wise as if you see something to the effect like where I get sleep since I've been here, which I did in that video. Now they make sure that I get absolutely no sleep around here. I said something live about how the noise had died down, and I ain't have to worry about the loud rubber vehicles. Oh my God, it's like every car that drives through here now, it's like on a NASCAR track. I'm talking about the loudest vehicles all day. It's no more like subtle, just regular vehicles. No, I'm talking about Formula 50. I'm talking about NASCAR Daytona. Electric harassment has started. It increased dramatically since making that live. Everything that I said that I was, that I was okay with, that I wasn't getting at the old house far wise enough sleep. I told y'all that I've been sleeping on like 3 hours a day for like the last year, literally like 3 broken hours of sleep. So when I got around to my mama's house, I was able to sleep for like 7 to 8 hours straight with no interruptions. Oh no, that's since I made that live, that has been completely. They just completely shitted on me. I'm not gonna even lie. Since I made that live explaining what was what has lightened up in my Gang Stalking, it's like they reversed and turned it up on me. I mean, everything has increased since making that video, so I could kind of understand why Gang Stalking Better Numbers saying that, like I said, at the point where I was listening to that video, you know, I never took heed to, you know, it happening based on me saying, because to me, it wasn't no good points in my gang stalking where I could say, well, yeah, now I'm finally getting some sleep, or this, because everything was to the max. So when I got from around the apartment we were just living in to here right now, my mother's apartment or whatever, when, like I said, it took 4 days for them to start synchronizing with me with the neighbors when I first got around here. By day 7, the electronic harassment started. By day 11, it was full-fledged gang stalking. The neighbor upstairs above my mama. This is how crazy they are, right? In this apartment complex, they keep the 2 units to the left and the right above us. The lady who's directly above us, she played the music from 8 a.m. all the way until like 5 a.m. She literally plays loud music for like 16, 18 hours straight. I'm 40 years old. This lady is like 60 some, and she's playing music for 17 to 18 hours a day. I'm talking about not just loud music, rap music. I'm talking about now what's going on is now it's a lot of stumping and dropping stuff right above me. So that has increased. Let me see what else. The noise outside of the window in the room that I currently have now, I noticed the increase in that. So whenever how I just loaded up the video with the paramedics right outside the window, yeah, man, it's on.
It's on, but for some reason my phone is not connected.
You gotta get up, girl.
I'm gonna have to go in.
You need me to get up?
My tablet. Get in here.
You need me to get up?
I ain't
Go. Yeah, you already know my heart acting crazy. Yeah,
what that mean? Does it act crazy? See my neck and bottom?
Oh no! Please don't walk over me like that. Don't walk over me. I can get up if you need me to get up.
No, you said you know my heart's already.
No. Oh yeah, because you said you ain't want to scare me. I ain't know if you were talking about like busting in the door and stuff. I thought you were saying that would scare you. Oh no, I'm pretty sure I would too though.
Damn.
So the thing that I noticed is like my mom, she don't believe me I'm going through the program. She think that I'm just having like health complications. So when I was having that heart issue earlier this morning, like about 2, when I jumped on live, you know, my mom is telling me to take bare aspirin, and she's telling me that it's anxiety, and she's telling me that, you know, I'm probably just having a panic attack, and, you know, reminiscing, telling me about how she used to. But it's crazy because I really can't talk to her about the program because it's gonna set her off, like for real. Like y'all just heard my mama right now in the background. She sounds sweet and innocent though, but when you saying something that she don't agree with or she's not willing to hear, it's a whole different side of her, a whole different monster peek his head up. That's probably where I get my attitude from though. But back to what I was saying, the message at hand. Yeah, so I definitely believe with gang stalking by the numbers, what saying is correct, and that's straight from experience. Like I said, I never had to experience that because my harassment and targeting has always been, you know, to me, like max level. This is not no comparison to the next person, but I'm just saying from my point of view, because I never got a break. Like for our wives, it's the electronic harassment. Don't let it be a day that I spend over 75% of my time in the house on that day because I'm literally getting tortured at least 10 to 12 hours a day, literally. And that's probably like on a good day. That's literally like on a good day. So yeah, I did notice that though. Immediately after I made that live, every aspect of the program where I said, well, now I get to enjoy some sleep, or you don't have to worry about the noise campaign, this, that, and the third. They literally stepped it up in every category that I said I was doing okay in. Literally, that has eased up or lightened up. They literally apply pressure on all of that again. So now I'm on the second floor of this apartment unit, and my stepdad usually park his 3 vehicles right under the window or whatever, whatnot. So when he's at work during the day, it's like 2 spots available. So if his Maxima and his Lexus not out there, then what the neighbors will do, they'll park under the window and just keep on like honking the horn or either setting off the car alarms, or when they get out the car, it's like they slam the car doors to the point where even a insane person would realize, like the craziest person would realize that damn, I'm slamming the hell out this door. Like, it's no way that they're slamming the doors as hard as they're doing, and it's normal to them. Like, everybody who comes to this parking lot now they just gotta, all of them is just extra strong when it comes to closing the car doors. It's boo, boo, boo. And these people act like they don't realize that they're literally slamming the doors. Like, anybody with common sense could tell when you slam the door, whether it's a house door or a car door. Not these people. These people that all park in this parking lot, all of them slam the car doors. I'm talking about like they're trying to jam the car door. Like, it's no mistaking that, bitch, you know you slamming the car door. Like, bitch, I know you hear that. I know it's probably loud to you because it's loud as fuck way up here and I'm on the second floor. You all the way in the parking lot and you just slam. Sometimes they'll go out there and just act like they going through the car and they slam every door from the trunk to the left passenger, the right passenger, the left driver, and so on and so forth. The hood, they literally open at every access point that could be slammed on the vehicle and slam it underneath the window. Boom, boom, boom. It's just crazy. So yeah, I definitely agree with Gang talking about a number. So for the most part, when it comes to me documenting this, I'm not talking about how the technology affects me, although I already gave them enough intel by actually going live stating this. But I definitely believe that they listened to our lives and they adjust based on whatever they could hear. Why they would go to that left though and not just use. Well, I guess because when I did voice it, you know how the phones are hacked and things like that. But when I did voice it, I was already on live, so it wasn't no need for them to utilize listening to the mic on my phone because I'm on live at the time and I'm disclosing this information. So it makes sense. I was just thinking, well, like, why they do it before I got on live? Because I didn't voice it then. So that's why it makes sense to me, though. Yeah, but I definitely agree with him 100%. It's something tough to deal with though, when you really think about it, because you can't really voice your opinions on the program because they just gonna listen to that and use it against you. And like I was saying, when the EMTs came in, I no longer trust them. So I would never travel in an ambulance by myself going to the hospital and there's no one back there with me. From the weird bad experiences, it's crazy because, as I stated the time before this, where I called the ambulance when we're staying at the 3514 East Richmond Road address, I'm gonna load up some more of that footage so y'all can see. So as I'm laying there grimacing in pain, like I'm talking about, I'm hanging halfway off the stretcher, gripping my heart because the pain is like unbearable. I think that my heart is really like ready to bust or something. The paramedic dude, while I'm in pain, he is just whispering this to me in my face, like he's not trying to render aid. They didn't give me no nitroglycerin. They didn't do anything. He was literally looking me in my soul saying, "Hey, Tony, do you need somebody to talk to, Tony? Would you like to talk to somebody, Tony?" And he was literally talking to me with a voice like that. I'm talking about the creepiest shit I ever witnessed, like in a horror movie, when you know that you're about to die from some psycho serial killer type shit. Like when I say that, it's weird, bro, because shit like that would pique your fear though. Like I really started to panic when that nigga, bro, I'm literally back here having a heart attack and this nigga is like leaning over in my face like, "Tony, would you like to speak to someone, Tony?" And he just kept repeating that in the craziest fucking creepiest voice ever. So I instantly started panicking because it's just me back there on the stretcher by myself. My girl ran in and grabbed my other phone and me some clothes because they literally caught me in the shower, like submerging in water to try to repel the attacks or whatever, whatnot. So really, when they got me on the back of the ambulance, I'm ass naked. I'm talking about butterball fresh out the womb naked. And they just, bro, it was just the creepiest thing I ever experienced in real life. Like out of my 40 years of living, that paramedic and what he was doing and how he was saying it as I'm having a heart attack, give me nitroglycerin, refusing to do anything. Then when I get to the hospital, I asked them to sedate me because my heart was going crazy. And the doctor was like, "No, I'm afraid I can't put you to sleep or sedate you right now, not while you having heart issues and heart contractions or whatever or whatnot." But when I was in the ambulance having it, the fat EMT threatened me like, look like we're gonna have. He ain't threatened me with it. He was talking to the other creepy motherfucker who was like, you want to talk to somebody, Tony? The fat one looked at him and said, look like we're gonna have to sedate him. So you mean to tell me they was willing to sedate me and the paramedics and they were not supposed to, being that, you know, I was having those heart issues, and the doctor verified that they wasn't supposed to because he wasn't even allowed to when I was in the ER. So it's like they was literally, I'm talking about when I say mind fucking me on the back of that paramedics. And then it's so crazy because my phone just kept stop recording. So stop recording. So y'all to see, I had to grab my other phone that was in airplane mode to continue to record. So y'all would see the video where the ambulance is saying that from it, you know, jumping from one spot to jumping to the next spot to me just uploading from the other phone where there was no interruptions because I was recording from a phone that wasn't connected to the internet and it was in airplane mode. It was just crazy. So from that point on, I don't trust them no more. And last night the EMTs came up in here. It was 3 of them. They always try to use your your skin folks. So it's 2 white women and it's a black dude. So I noticed when they was taking me to the elevator that the third EMT, which was the black guy, won't know where to be found, and they just holding the elevator door for him. So I finally see him like 3-4 minutes later come out my mama's apartment and running down there to the elevator. I instantly pick up my phone and said, "Mom." He was in there asking you mental health questions, won't it? My mom was like, yeah, he asked me, did you ever get involuntary committed, or did you ever, you know, was diagnosed with a mental illness? I was like, what you tell him? My mom said, I told him no, because you never have, but da-da-da-da-da. I hung up the phone. My mom, I said, I knew you was up in there doing that weirdo shit, nigga. Y'all always trying to flip it to some mental health issues. Let me up off this motherfucking scratcher. I'm not going nowhere with you weirdos by myself, bro. Those are facts. So that's what he was in there doing. He was questioning my mama, hopefully that she could say something where they could involuntarily, you know, 5150 me, institutionalize me. Because it's not a paramedic job as a psychologist to diagnose you or to feel as though that you need to be institutionalized. They didn't use that mental health shit so much and so loosely now that they're letting regular Joes who are not qualified determine if you are literally mentally ill or not. That right there is scary. Whenever they relinquish power like that amongst cops and people who sell firearms and EMTs, the world is in trouble because these are the same people who's participating in the organized harassment. So all they have to do is make you look a certain way in front of a certain individual, whether it's your family who don't believe you, because my family honestly don't believe me. So last night while I was on the gurney, I said, Mom, if they take me away up out here and don't nobody come with me, more likely they probably try to kill me in the hospital. You know, my mama made me so mad because she was like, look, there you go, Todd. I don't want to hear that crazy talk. I looked at my mama with a look like, go, the fuck you mean? Crazy talk. I'm dead ass serious. But she said that in front of the paramedics, though. So that automatically gives them an angle to go and question my mama about my mental health. Because I said something like that. She thought, I was like, yeah, because you said that. I said, Mom, but don't tell them nothing about my mental health. She said, Tony, you think I had to when you said something like that, like they was trying to kill you or you won't make it out the hospital or nothing? I said, because that's how I feel. So me expressing how I feel, meaning I'm motherfucking mentally ill, y'all got life fucked up, bro. Just don't talk about my mental health to none of them. If I'm ever in trouble or I need medical emergency, don't speak when they question you about, because they're gonna ask you about my mental state. Don't say nothing about my mental state. Those are facts. I already told you that they're trying to falsely institutionalize me. I told you what was going on. If you don't want to believe it, cool. But don't say nothing that's gonna fucking hurt me. Don't do that. Because it's gonna go down in this bitch. And I don't want to be violent up in here, but there's gonna be some furniture moving up in this bitch. And I mean that. Because I'm going to feel betrayed. I'm going to feel like you did it. That's why I went on and let it be known. Don't speak on my mental health. Ain't none of y'all no motherfucking psychologists. You go keep on trying to gaslight me until I act irrational to you. Be like, aha, I told you, yeah, you're mental that stable. Just calm down, Tony. No one's here to hurt you, bro. Get the fuck out my face. I ain't about to play those games with me. Y'all niggas are, or y'all here to make me feel like y'all are. And by me voicing it, y'all trying to say that a nigga is mentally unstable or mentally ill. No, we're not gonna play those games. And oh, y'all ain't gonna base me being mentally ill just on the fact that I don't trust y'all. No. If I could say this guy from the 12th grade still want to kill me, do that make me mentally ill? I don't live life saying that he still want to kill me because of what I did to him 15 years ago. That don't make me paranoid or nothing. And that's what it is. There's a bunch of psychology going on in this program. That's the first thing that they get into now when the EMTs come and straight your mental state. You know, they was running so many games last night trying to get me to trick myself, asking me like mind fuck questions like they was attacking me on several aspects. So what they're doing is trying to combine all the times that I called the EMTs for these heart issues so they could build up me having heart issues, like so they could build up a pass for it, if you don't know what I'm saying. So now when I talk to that paramedics, instead of me saying, they tell me something, do you have heart issues? I'm like, no, never had no heart issues. It don't run in the family. I say stuff like that. But you know, the more that they force me to call the EMTs and they going in them backlogs or whatever, whatnot, it's building up a case for them to kill me by heart attack because it said, well, this guy said he don't have heart issues, but yet still over the last 4 years, he called for an ambulance for heart issues at least a dozen times. You know what I'm saying? So they're building it up and using my medical record, breaking HIPAA because I've been going to different hospitals. When one hospital act weird, I go to the next hospital. I ain't going back next time I got to call and go to this. I don't care how far I got to go. But it seems like they really trying to set me up. It seems like they really are. Like I said, whenever they park an ambulance and when they keep on flooding me with ambulances, then I know that I don't even know if I unprivate the video, but y'all to see me unprivate the video on my YouTube channel. I predicted it like during the day. Once I saw them kept on sitting the ambulances outside the window and the original recording, you heard me say, oh yeah, they doing this. So more than likely they gonna force me to the hospital tonight with an induced heart attack because every time literally that they flood me with the ambulances, this is what they do. Like you can't help but to realize this. And every time I say it, I end up right, which I hate to be right, but there's no way not to see the EMTs because they gonna let their presence be known. So even if I got the blinds closed, you still gonna see the lights flashing through the blinds, even if I got the curtains rolling, so ain't no light getting in here. Then what they gonna do is keep hearing their sirens, but they not gonna let them go off, like a normal siren. It's like they just cutting them off and on. So it'll be like, whoo, whoo. It's not even making a regular whoo, 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 whoo. It's like they just keep flicking it on and off. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Shit weird, bro. And I hate that. I'm so in tune like that, like I notice everything because that makes the gang stalking like much worse on a psychological level. Like certain things I want to ignore, but I can't ignore. Like I see the shit instant. And that really burns me up though, because I hate that I'm so sensitized or however you want to say it to the shit or to the bullshit. It's crazy. I could step outside and be out there for 4 minutes and instantly see everybody who's right now in the vicinity participating in my gang stalking. And I hate that because I don't miss nothing. And they flooded me with that. I was in there talking to my mama the other day. She was saying how I always been an empath and how I wear other people's pain. She used to say that I was always sensitive. So if something happened to somebody, it's like that it affect me and shit like that, or how I be. It's just weird feeling affected by it. Far-wise, if it's something that's sad and it had me crying or something like that, but it ain't even happened to me. It just happened to somebody I know and I feel they pain type shit. It's just weird. Although my mama don't believe me, she ain't gonna say nothing that put me in, that jeopardize my well-being. Like, even though she don't want to hear me say nothing about this, and she heard me say that I don't trust the EMTs and how they tried to sedate me and 5150 me last time. She not gonna say nothing to the effect like, yeah, he think y'all trying to kill him. Like, she not gonna make me seem crazy. She'll probably give me a mouthful after they gone because why would you say something like that? She'll probably say amongst me and her. But far wise, the front of the paramedic, no, she gonna agree with me and then like cuts me out on the back end type shit. Not really cuts me out, but get on me, scold me and shit. Yeah. I cut, bro. You ready to get in? No, that's the one I use to get up the water beside the tub. I'm ready to come in there and clean it. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, it's a cold game, so I try not to really put my trust in 100% into nobody except those. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's a tricky slope, bro. But yeah, so more of the story, I definitely don't agree with putting all your information out there for our wise is how the program is really affecting you, whether it's mentally, physically, or what, because they definitely gonna utilize that information and they're gonna make the adjustments needed to harass you to the max. So that's why I don't see how some people on here who say that they're going through it be like, yeah, well, mine's died down, or I don't really get this, that, and that much because mine's on like. Sheesh, it's crazy because it's like I said, my shit is bananas. I ain't even exaggerating about it. It's like I barely get any breaks. I probably get a 2-hour break here. After that, the electronic harassment is back up. The social media harassment is back up. Friend requests from 1,000 pages, from strange text messages and weird phone calls to the phone. It's just whatever they think that would bother you, they gonna do it. And if you voice your concerns on how much it bothers you, they just gonna do it more. From my experience, though, no matter you can take that with a grain of salt, however you want to take it. But these people who run this program is actually fucking psychotic. Like, yes.
Yeah, the cow is over there by the tub. You got pants on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The front it's not picking up.
Oh, you gotta get over there.
Yeah, I just don't want, to start my
No, I definitely taking that. Calling EMTs back. Coco. No, I don't even know why I call you. Call her just so she won't come back. I'm ready to get up, right? Could be some bad.
I'm gonna just have to do it.
I ain't even cut on your plant now. I gotta eat something. I'm dehydrated as hell.
I'm really going back there.
Jessica, you already been out for the day. Yeah. Let me know if you run back out, sir.
I probably go out to the back door.
That's the one type of phone.
I'm gonna come back here and get this. Yeah, that's on me. I ain't want to have one of these episodes here. That's what I was trying for real. Normally I handled it okay, but it was like, oh no, last night it was out of control. I saw the gates. I don't know if they was curly or what. Yeah, but it get crazy, man. Like I said, man, it's never a dull moment break. And the fact that I gotta go along with my mother saying it's just a panic attack, it kind of makes me, it upset me for real. I hate to downplay it because I really want to, I don't know, I want to make them believe what I'm saying, but you can't make nobody believe nothing. So that's what I got to deal with when it comes to the program. But yeah, the electronic harassment in my program is OD. It's out of control, bro. I no longer know what to do with these attacks. I really don't know what to do with them. Jeez, and then I still be having that bad habit of I be taunting the gang stalkers. It'd be like the people that I taunt when it comes to gang stalker, it be the people who look important though. It don't be your normal gang stalkers. It be the old white man who got 3 letters on his plate that got on some weird fancy like Signia or ring or whatever. And to those gang stalkers I be taunting, I'll probably grab my my manhood and like swing it at them or either stick up my middle fingers or spin in their direction or something like that. And it seems like whenever I do that too, the attacks get crazy. Like, oh, okay. Like, see, it don't happen if I do it to like your regular street theater playing. Bro, it's weird, bro. Like I said, I be pushing it to the max for real. Though. I don't know, bro. It's just weird, the shit that I noticed in the program and how it applies to what I do applies to the harassment level at the moment. It's just, I don't know, it's sick, bro. Like I said, this is from my point of view and how my target is, so it might not be like that with everybody else's. But with mine, it's horrific. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm talking about, and I done been through it all. This right here, though, is horrific. It's absolutely painstaking. It's devastating. Whatever you think of is bad, this program is that when it comes to the harassment, the electronic torture, everything else, I'll be able to take with a smile. But the torture part, that shit is literally unbearable. The sharp pains in your brain, making it feel like somebody that pinched the nerve in your brain, and this feeling just traveled throughout your brain. This shit is sickening, bro. I'm talking about sickening, the rapid heartbeats. I'm talking about, it's crazy, like 90 miles per hour, 80 miles per hour type shit. Your heart is beating so rapidly. There's nothing you could do to calm it, no matter how much breathing you try to imply them breathing techniques, no matter how much water I submerge in. When they want to cut the torture up, none of that negates it. Like literally, it's to the point where sometimes when they're doing it, I could go and and stand underwater, and it helps with the feeling or whatever or whatnot. But it's times where, like last night, I get in there and it's like I'm not even in the water. It's like I'm just getting cooked. It's ridiculous, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't the fear monger, none. This is solely my experiences and what I go through. And the shit is bananas for real. I'm talking about it's crazy. I don't really even know what to say much more about it. Yeah, so like I said, I already disclosed too much as far as how it affects me and things like this on previous videos. They already amplified the torture around here. I've been here, what's today's date? I've been here for 16 days, and the torture is almost worse than when I was living in our own apartment, me and my baby mother or whatever or whatnot. The torture, like nothing's really changed. And that's what I was trying to avoid, having one of those episodes and them doing that to me while I was here at my mom's house, because I already know, how they is here. Far wise is not believing me when I said, like, y'all just heard my mom in the background say that's panic attacks. You need to learn how to control them and this, that, and the third. And I just be wanting to say, motherfucker, it ain't no damn panic attack. How many times I gotta keep telling y'all? It's like gaslighting, but I don't want to look at it like they're gaslighting me. I just try to look at it like they just honestly don't believe me, bro. Which I could be wrong. It could be, who knows? I don't know, but I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And that's just the God's honest truth. It'd be heartbreaking to think that my brothers and sisters and mother is involved and shit like that. That's probably the reason why I don't want to accept it if that is the case or whatever or whatnot. Like, no, man, not my siblings, not my mama, the lady who raised me, my siblings who we was raised under the same roof, came from the same man. Like not my brothers and sisters, not mine. That's how I be looking at it. But who knows? I could be dead ass wrong, and they could be in on it. But as I stated, I try not to look at it from that aspect. But it's with the program for real. It's like, I don't know. You got to look at everything and everybody for real. That's how I look at it. Like I said, y'all will never even hear me. I make posts about when they damage the vehicle and do shit like that, but that's small potatoes to me, that materialistic shit. That's why I barely make sabotage videos, unless it's warranted far wise. It's for us to relocate, not renewing y'all and speak on shit like that. But for the most part, when I document, I'm showing y'all the one headlights and the synchronicity and things of that nature. You know, just for documentation purposes, though. But far wise as the shit that bother me, they know what gets me in the program. That's why I don't think that my electronic harassment will ever really like calm down until, you know, they decide or my body decide that I can't take no more. And you know, it is what it is. Either I die from it or I don't or whatever or whatnot. But I honestly believe that my electronic harassment ain't going nowhere. I'm talking about the popping in the brain, the involuntary muscle movements, the sheesh. Like I said, for people to understand the feel of the feel of the technology, it's something that one would literally have to experience to really know what I'm saying and how it makes you feel and things of that nature. Like I said, it get to the point where they'll blast me in my head, and I'm talking about it feel like I got hit with an invisible punch. I'm so disoriented. Like I can't get my thoughts together. My brain is so foggy. Like I really have to like shake it off. Like I done bumped my head real hard and I'm trying to, you know, not stay conscious, sort of say. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Sheesh, and I've been taking this shit for almost 4 years now. It'll be in February. Ooh, that's the most craziest part of the program to me, to be honest. And being that I have voiced that so many times, I just look at it like I done probably screwed myself because now the electronic torture ain't gonna never, you know, subside or either die down or whatever or whatnot, because they know that that's like the number one thing to affect me. And that's from me voicing it so much, it could be, or it's just from, you know, I'm not sure about the whole level of targeting, this, that, and the third, but whatever it is. I feel like, oh yeah, them people hate me. Whoever put me in this junk, the police department, who I assume because all my trouble started when I had my last run-in with Henrico County Police Department. But I mean, which I definitely wholeheartedly believe that's where it stemmed from, based on my life and what I could, you know, recall and how my life turned out after they started harassing me and shit like that. Like I said, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
No, but I'm saying, but legally it's wrong. Like
it's 16. Something.
No, it's consensual. Like
everyone else 16. Something.
What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about?
But it was people up here like 16, 15, 25 up there. Like, it's everybody for it, for real.
What situation are y'all talking about?
You should do it just that's right. Like that basketball player.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get on here for a little bit and, you know, give my thoughts on that video that Gang Stalking by the Numbers did, where he was like, it's not cool for targeted individuals to talk about every aspect or the effects of the technology have on you, which I could 100% agree with now. So yeah, for future references, I would not be doing that any further. I'm just gonna, I mean, if they could really read my mind like the technology say, then that's the only way that they're gonna get anything from me far-wise is that right there. But it gets to the point where my electronic harassment is cued to the point where I wake up. So soon as I get up, it's the involuntary muscle movements, it's sharp pains in my fucking brain. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, I don't wish none of this on the enemy, bro. I'm talking about my worst enemy. But this is some shit that cannot not be talked about. It's like, I can't not talk about it. How could you sit there and get tortured to that sense and not speak a word or mince a word about it? That's tough to suffer in silence and not to be able to talk about. Bro, a nigga gonna go crazy for real. I believe that honestly will push somebody to the edge. Whether people believe you or not, I'm not even sure how to go about it. Like I said, I got a few people in my life who believe me, who witnessed it. Two of my cousins, you know, my baby mother and things of that nature. A couple of friends that I had who witnessed some weird shit. You know, there's a few people who out there who I do believe me 100% because they have witnessed things with me. But for the most part, trying to convince your your everyday person or people that you're in fact going through this, I don't know, it's frustrating and hard because you want to raise awareness about the program. But the more you do it, no matter how well you articulate yourself, no matter how well you sound smart, just the topic alone is what sounds crazy, not how you articulate what's going on with you. You could be the best well-spoken person in the world, using all the words correctly, punctuations, everything. But it's the topic in which you're talking about that they try to play on you being crazy. And that's mind blowing when you ask me, because, you know, whenever I go through something like that and go to the hospital, they don't never want it. They're never interested in proof or evidence. They're like, if I say that I've been documented and I recorded me being attacked with microwaves, they talk all around that and they focus on, oh, something's wrong with him mentally. It's like, but you know, that's weird because the cops would do that too. And they know that they solve crimes and cases based on evidence. So I find it real ironic how not one of them is ever interested in seeing evidence. Did you call me, Mom?
Yeah, fan out. Close the door. You ready to bleach in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cut the fan out.
Oh, y'all smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, strong. My bad. I just sprayed it to. Yeah, that bleach. That joke got the whole living room poking. Yeah, but like I said, man, it's weird, bro. I don't know. It's weird, bro. It's weird because, like I said, I be here and I interact with my family, so I can understand how it looked to other targeted individuals, man. But like I said, that could be me just being naive and not wanting to accept the fact that they betrayed a nigga or sold me out or whatever or whatnot, because if they're acting, bro, they're doing like Oscar nomination type acting. I ain't even lying. I'm talking about Whip It from Color Purple type acting, the original. I'm talking about they acting to the point where it'll drive me crazy if I really put it in my mind, like, yeah, they're part of it. And then go back their actions. I've been literally drove myself crazy. Probably be it probably get bad in here. So I really try to keep that in the back of my mind and not think of it to that aspect, though. But it's weird because I don't know how family don't believe me. Like, you don't believe me that it's going on, but you ain't tell the ambulance people that I was crazy or I was having a mental issue episode or nothing like that. So it's like, well, you love me enough not to put me in that situation, but not enough to believe what I'm saying is actually happening to me. Mm. Like I said, I think about all that, so it's weird. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the last thing any targeted individual should be up here doing is she's expressing how this make you feel and the next thing make you feel. Although we all human and feel as though that we probably want to get it out or whatever, it's like we gotta find, well, me anyway, I'm gonna talk for me. I ain't up here trying to give nobody advice. I'm up here basically telling what I done been through and how the program been doing me and how the adjustments was made by me speaking on this aspect. Like, I ain't get up till 11 o'clock. We just got up at like a little after 11 today. Normally I'm up at the crack of dawn because I didn't got enough sleep, but they tortured me into the wee hours last night. So I couldn't really go. I was dozing off on the laugh that I was doing. It's like my whole body, the exhaustion is crazy. You could be filled with as much energy as you want, but after you get hit with that technology, shoes. I'm talking about it's like you damn near lifeless, no energy to do nothing. Like all you want to do is lay there. Like all you could and want to do is lay there and scream dehydration. It's really crazy for real because they really be cooking me. I'm talking about cooking me. Sheesh. And I don't know how to go about getting my symptoms and everything logged and documented because anytime I speak on it, they try to divert the conversation to mental health. So it's like they got like a kill switch on anybody who's even trying to talk about the topic of Havana syndrome because I give it to them in those terms. Though I believe I'm a victim of Havana syndrome, they act blind and ignorant to, oh, well, we don't know what that is, to the point that one doctor even had to pull it up on the computer right there in front of me to see what it was that I was talking about. But he could have been a part of the program about all the nurses and doctors that came in the room. He was the only one. This wasn't last night, but this was the time before that where I did end up taking the ambulance to the hospital and got my cousin to ride on back with me and my girl to follow in a car. But that doctor seemed like the only one who was trying to figure something out, or either they just saw that I was on to everybody else who came in there bullshit and approached me in a different way because he came in there different from how everybody else came in there acting. They even tried to send a female in there with a clipboard, like, well, do you want to talk to somebody? Like more of the mental health shit. But I had predicted that they was gonna send that. This is why I do document though. Before they even sent the girl with the clipboard, I'm telling my baby mama who's in the hospital room with me at the time, watch they send somebody back here. The further on the whole mental health issue. And that's exactly what they did. It's like when you speak on you're a victim for this, it's like the hospitals and the nurses and the doctors automatically know to divert the conversation to mental health issues. And that's scary, knowing that the doctors and the nurses is all in with the whole medical field on keeping this program under wraps. That's crazy. That's probably like the most craziest aspect of the program when you're being targeted with the technology and you can't even go to the emergency room because it seems as though that all of them are in on it and they are been due on anybody who come in saying that they're suffering from these symptoms and shit. They literally have the audacity to look you right in your face and to make it seem as though that the pain, the heart palpitations, the involuntary muscle movements, the tendinitis, everything is in your head. It's in your head. So when the EMTs was here last night, he asked me what happened and how did I get to this situation. I was like, well, my heart started acting weird. I started getting sharp pains in my brain and the shortness of breath. So the first thing the EMT shot back was so tell me, it started in your same yeah, but he just kept on trying to take everything that I said and flip it to use it against me. So when I told him that it started with my heart started acting funny and I started getting shot pains in my brain, what felt like my brain, actually in my head, he instantly tried to use some psychology shit on me. So it started in your head, right? Is that what you said, Mr. Davis? No, bitch, what you mean by that? It started in my head. Stop playing with me. Like you ain't just heard what I said. You try to play these wicked ass mind games to try to trick me up on my spot to get me to say something weird so y'all as EMTs and firefighters could diagnose me as if any one of y'all are certified to do that. Y'all don't even have no doctorate in psychology, but here it is. Y'all got the authority to say if this person, based on what they said, is mentally ill or not. No, sir, we're not gonna play those games. We not, y'all ain't gonna get me like that. That fast talking shit, y'all can't trick me like that. Y'all can't. They should know that by now, but that don't mean that they don't try. Oh, they still try. They definitely do. And that's some crazy, scary shit for real. Because you gotta stay on point and you're battling so many people. That's the crazy part about it. So that's the downside to being targeted with this technology. That's if you ask me. because they already got safeguards in place. Like you can't go to the hospital and tell them these symptoms unless you luck up and find a crazy doctor. I don't even know. I don't even know. I just don't see it. I was heard talk a couple of years ago about this doctor in Florida who was seeing patients suffering from this, and he was taking patients from it. So now what they did is put more safeguards in place, and you can only be seen by this particular doctor as if you have a government contract. So they X'd out the only doctors that was taking regular patients like myself and examining them and rendering his diagnosis. So now he can't do that no more. And you can only go to those certain type of doctors if the government okays you. Bro, what type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? That is weird, bro. That's weird. So it's fully aware that everything that they're putting in place is safeguards for them just to keep the lid on this program. So now you can't go to a regular doctor and be seen because their protocols is to divert it to mental health issues. No, that's wicked. That's wicked. That's why I say I really don't see the program ending or stopping based on all of that and what I'm experiencing and how deep it seems as though that the rabbit hole go, because the health field, the hospitals, the EMTs are all in on it. So with those alone, forget the community-based agents and things like that. With those three entities alone, that is enough to control the health field and what goes on and what information get taken serious and what information get taken as mental health issues. They'd have put all these safe nets and safety guards in place to protect the program, to ensure that information about this and what's being done to citizens don't get out. So they'd have brushed all us off as mentally ill, paranoid schizophrenics without wanting to see no shred of evidence that to corroborate what we're saying we're going through. That is crazy. Now that is some shit for your ass. So they really not trying to help you and determine what's causing these pains, because they're trying to make it seem like it's in your head. They're not interested in seeing no evidence. You can record yourself being zapped with an official EMF detector. You could do all this. You could have the best evidence that any TI could have, and they're not interested. We're not interested. They just gonna talk around it. You offer it. Well, you want to see this? You want to see my muscle joint? They talking around that. They ain't interested in looking at your phone screen. I heard about it or nothing. This is from my experience. So I just find that evilly wicked, to be honest. And then, they try to hit at drug use last night. So the EMT was like, have you done any drugs? I'm like, no, I haven't. So his next question was the same question. Like he tried to convince me to say something about drugs or something. No, bitch, the drug test me right now. I haven't done anything. So stop asking me that question. Why is you asking me that question again? I don't know if it was to irritate me or to get me to kind of like lash out or whatever or whatnot, but it's just crazy. And like I said on the phone with the dispatcher, I couldn't even get her to send an EMT until I go through a full questionnaire, even with me telling her that I could barely breathe. My head is in pain right now. And she's still, well, we have to do this so we can know what equipment to set on an ambulance. I thought that was standard. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Stop playing games with me. So now y'all specifically suit EMT or ambulance for the individual that is dispatched for. So y'all no longer have your common necessities, your EKGs, in case people overdose, your gauze to stop the bleeding, your none of this. So y'all are fully unequipped, and y'all have to specifically design an ambulance for the person that is being dispatched to. Lady, stop fucking playing with me, man. Send a damn ambulance. Well, sir, she popping her lips. Well, sir, I gotta answer these questions. You gotta answer these questions. Look, no to everything you saying, bro. Send an ambulance. What is you talking about? You send up here not even trying to render aid or dispatch an ambulance because you want to send me to a questionnaire. Somebody who told you that they could barely breathe and talk. You can't make that shit up, bro. You can't make it make sense. So it's no longer no sense of urgency when it comes to a targeted individual. They want to procrastinate and do shit like that and then hesitate on sending the EMTs to you. All of this is to keep you in pain, or either to hopefully that you do that, and it's not going to be looked at as willful incompetence on their end. It's going to be looked at like when we were doing our job, we didn't dispatch it. Normally when somebody called the paramedics, they go ahead and dispatch them and then just keep you on the phone, then asking you the questions. They don't ask you the questions and then want you to answer them before they send a EMT out. What the fuck, when y'all start doing that? But that's what they're doing now, at least here in my city. That's what I experienced last night. This is why I document and record everything. I cut straight to the chase. I believe that you're doing this on purpose and that it's willful incompetence, because I told you that I can't breathe. I told you that I'm feel as though I'm having a heart attack, and you're refusing to send an EMT unless I answer these questions. That there's no sense of urgency. That just don't sound right to me. It just don't. I mean, I ain't trained to be an EMT or nothing like that, but it just don't make sense that y'all would make one go through all that before y'all send help, bro. You can't make that shit make sense to me. So it's always going to be a delayed response, procrastination going on when a targeted individual need aid rendered. And this is from my experience. This is how it's been since I've been having to call ambulance and having these little hot problems with the technology and things of this nature. I never got a rapid response. I always had to jump through hoops and put their back against the wall in order for them to go ahead and dispatch them. Last time, these motherfuckers were so crazy, right? I said, could y'all make sure that y'all got an EKG machine? Because the prior time I called y'all, there was no EKG machine on the ambulance. This time, when these motherfuckers bring the EKG machine is broken. So they brought a broken EKG machine this time. So she tells me, I don't know what's wrong with it. It was just working before we got to you. Oh, and it just coincidentally stopped working when you got to me. Oh, okay. Does that happen often? No, honestly, I just don't know what's going on. So we're going to have to take you to the hospital. And I bet you will. I bet you will. I bet it turned out for the good for y'all against everything that I wanted, but it panned out to y'all favor. How convenient is that? One show up without the EKG, which is they supposed to be on an ambulance. Then the next one show up and tell me that, oh, it was just working before we got to you. But now it's not working. He made sure to let me know that, oh, it was working before y'all got here. But now that y'all here, it's not working. That's so convenient. That is so convenient. That's really convenient for y'all. So now I'm left with one option, and that's to go to the hospital with y'all. No, bro, we're not going to keep on playing these games. But as much as I say that, I got to keep playing the game because the game don't stop. This shit don't stop. So just because I say I'm not playing these games with them, that means absolutely nothing to them. You don't have to play because the game is still on to us 24/7. Did you forget 366 on the leap year? So that shit is brutal, bro. It's diabolical. It's Luciferian, bro. It's the worst words you could think of to summarize the program, just inserted here. Because that's what the program is for real. That's why it's probably so easy to get people to go along with it out of fear that they're going to be a victim of this. And it takes someone with balls of steel to be like, well, I don't care. Yeah, you can do whatever you do. This, that, and the third. But once you're on this side, you're stuck. There's no flipping, no TIs. There's no TIs, turn perp. None of that shit is real. You're either a TI or you're just unaware that this program is really going on, or you're working with the program. It could only be those three. They're not flipping TIs to be perps. It's too many easily controllable people who's informants and willing to do little sick shit like this before they could target a real targeted individual. They already know you're the hardest to break. Your mind is already made up. You already see shit for what it is. Why would we waste time in trying to reprogram you and to get you to go with the program when we got billions of people we could use who's already with the program and who's already being brainwashed? They're not going to question us. They're not going to go out here and try to think for themselves or any of that. So, no, we don't need you. You're on the side that you're supposed to be on. That's how it is. So it's either fake TI, but like pretending to really be a TI, but they always been a part of the program. But I don't honestly believe that no targeted individual on earth has ever been flipped because they don't need us to work for them. They got millions and billions of people who would do that voluntarily, who they already profile, and they know that they're not no conspiracy theorists. They not someone who consider themselves woke. You know, they still believe in this whole Democrat Republican shit. It's like those are the people that they're gonna go after to work for the program. Once you're on the side that you're on, that's it. You made the bed, I lay in it type shit. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but it makes no sense for them to need any TI to help them with the program. So yeah, I'm just gonna start being mindful on the things I say about the program, how it's affecting me, rather even if it's affecting me to the max. I'm no longer gonna voice that in any videos or whatever. The information that they got on me already, they could have that if it's voluntary information that I gave up in one of my videos or things like that, and that's cool. They nothing I could do about that. They already got their notes on that. But I know I'm not gonna continue to do it. No, it's insane. I just seen what they did since I've been here. No, sir. I'd be a jackass to do that. I'm not playing with them people when it comes to that. I can't. Well, I'm reading some of these comments. My mother humored me when I would talk to her about the program, but she never believed me. I'm 99% sure. My brother knows what's going on. That can speed your heart up and initiate a heart attack. If you don't have a heart attack, it can look like anxiety, which works for them too. It happens to me many times. Yeah, that's another question that they asked me. Do you have anxiety issues? So yeah, I definitely believe that, but that's still not cool because that's still classified as like, you know, I believe a mental health issue. So even if it warrants like medication and for you to get diagnosed with that. So that don't work for me neither. I'm not accepting anxiety. I'm not accepting panic attacks and none of that because it's not that. So I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not going to agree with that aspect of it or none of that. They're not going to trick me like that. My mama talk about, so maybe you should go ahead and see a therapist, get that check. No, what? My soul is worth more than that. I'm not about to go and let them diagnose me with anxiety or any of that shit, bipolar, whatever, no mental disorder, period, just for no monthly check. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not. Why would I do such a dumb thing like that? So I could become property of the state for real. And whenever there's an issue involving me, so they could provoke anything. And the gang stalkers could call the police on me. And the police, they both said they're gaslight me. So as soon as I act any kind of way, they got the authority to 5150 me. No, I would never sign. No, sir. I would never sign my soul over for nothing. Why would I volunteer that? Yeah, that's facts. I've been a TS since 2010. It was a scream for about 11 years. It's never stopped, but it did start to slow down a bit around 2021. She's that. I don't know what to say about that. I guess I got to say praises to the Most High for real because mine don't slow down. Mine haven't. But I'm still fairly fresh in this. Like I said, it'll be 4 years that this has been going on with me next month. But I don't want to be a targeted individual for 10 years just for the torture to slow down or decrease. Because like I said, mine is on full go. It's like they got the power, the program on 100% to me. That's how it seems to me. Like I said, I don't know every intricate detail of everybody else targeted or how they're targeted. I'm just solely speaking from my experience. So I don't know. Like I said, it's all a tough pill to swallow. And dealing with it is a tougher pill, to be honest, though, because you sit around people that's care to you, people that you love, little friends and family, and not that you want this to go on with them, but to sit around and see that you're being targeted and none of them is having this issue is weird. It's a bad fuck within itself. Like I said, of course, I don't want this to go on with them with nobody I love. I'd rather I get it, but still witnessing it for these amount of years is crazy. But my theory on that is because then something will have to be done because they got what they call, they only investigate clusters. So what I mean by that is if it's happening to more than one person or more than one household, then they will have to investigate if someone was to develop cancer or, start to become sick, lose a hair, having symptoms of radiation, your teeth falling out, your toenails falling out, your hair falling out. It would have to be what they call a cluster case in order for an actual real occurrence to happen. So that's why I think that they minimize on targeting. Like my baby mother, she never complains to me about being hit with the weapon. It's not that I definitely don't want her to. I'm just saying none of that happens with my stepdaughters, the kids, or any of that. It's like it's solely just focused on me. And I'm thinking that's the reason. So if I was to get sick of cancer and I'm complaining about, migraine, sleep deprivation, extreme fatigue, heart palpitations, and all these other elements that's linked to radiation, then they really don't have to investigate because it's just one guy who got cancer, who don't get cancer. Like 1 in every 5 people get cancer or 1 in every 4. So they could use little bullshit like that. But when it's a whole house or a 2-household family or some shit like that, then they have to investigate if everybody in those circumstances develop cancer or is feeling those same symptoms and y'all get it documented and all y'all going to the doctor for it, then they will have to investigate. Other than that, I just don't know. Like I said, a lot of this shit is being theorized and far-wise. It's with the clusters. I know that from because I call it won't the FCC, but it's another department that deal with like radiation leaks and things like that. There's a number that you call and they're going to take you through the property steps, put you on the phone with the people that, handles that. So that's how I figure that part out because I call that number sometimes last year when them come out to investigate. I even let them know that our water was tainted with chemicals and heavy metals and it wasn't drinkable. It wasn't consumable. I mean, it wasn't consumable for humans. I was saying shit like that to try to get them to launch investigation. But that's when they told me that it has to be a cluster in order for them to do it. So one isolated incident is not going to warrant for an investigation. So they wanted me to talk to my neighbors and ask other people in the community. But we know that's a no-go because these motherfuckers just participated in my targeting. So they're with the program. So it's pointless for me to go and ask the neighbors who's participating in my gangster. Hey, excuse me, are y'all getting sick over there? Headaches, migraines, and things of this nature? Of course they're going to say no. So when she told me that, I just hung it up with that. Because there's no way I'd be able to get no neighbor to confess that, even if they are going through it. Yeah, so that's my morning rant. And I definitely agree with Gangs talk about the numbers when he said, don't disclose it. Don't just talk too much. Don't talk too much about the effects the program is having on you. Don't do that because you basically just giving them the information that they probably got motherfuckers around you to collect and report back to them anyway. So now how I look at it is they ain't need nobody around me to tell them how it's affecting me because my dumb ass that got on YouTube and told the world how it's affecting me. So they're like, well, that job was done. That was pretty easy. So that's how I'm looking at it now. That's how Gangs talked about it, never said it. I mean, because we honestly dealing with the medical field, military, the alphabet agencies. Jeez, it's like we really don't stand a chance. We really don't. So I am starting to look funny at those who say that they're targeted individuals, but their life is Peaches and Creams, and they're just making hella bankroll from YouTube. I really am starting to side eye motherfuckers like that, to be honest. And I hate for the program to have me viewing people like that, though. But one must really start to question themselves. Like, what the fuck? This person really don't talk about nothing and don't talk about nothing. Ain't having no issues going on. Ain't talking about the weapons. Ain't showing no one headlights. But sit up this bitch making bankroll, though. Talking to us about what we really experienced that could show proof on. So yeah, it's like I'm really not feeling that for real. I mean, I don't mean I'm gonna start dissing people, but it's something off about shit like that, to be honest. I just don't get it. Not that I want to see people in the same boat or situation, but at some point it gotta make sense though, because how the program is designed for me and what I notice from everybody else, even if they don't experience the electronic harassment aspect of it, they experience the financial ruin, the having to keep moving place to place, or the being homeless. So for them people to be targeting individuals and for them not to be able to just clip their channel or black, I don't know, bro. It's like I said, bro, I hate to even be thinking like that, but you know, those are questions of concern if you ask me. It's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's all crazy. So I really don't know what much more to make of, what else I could really say about the program. I think I just sit up here whine, crying, and complain enough about what they done did to me, how they abusing me and using me as a fucking human guinea pig. Like I said, this shit ain't funny, but I laugh to keep from crying, to be honest. So that's like a defense mechanism for me. But ain't none of this shit cool at all. Ain't nothing about the program okay. Especially the electronic torture and harassment part, because it's nothing you could do to stop that. If you're getting fucked with in public, you could get up and leave, although they still probably could follow you and harass you and shit to that effect. But when you're being cooked with this technology everywhere you go, like I said, I understand that lady from Baywatch who said that she chose to be homeless and not living indoors because she was being electrocuted. I resonate with that 100%, and it makes me want to like live on the road or something, like stop living in these houses and apartment buildings, to be honest. That's how I'm feeling about it, because it only takes them less than a week to set up the torture. And then it's crazy because, as I stated, we know that they do it right now, face. So instantly after you move somewhere new, you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of work trucks, whether it's a pest control. It's going to all be local, though. Really nothing big except if it's telecommunications like Verizon or something. But you're going to see in every neighborhood you go to, you're going to instantly start seeing an abundance of work trucks. Them going up on the power lines near you in front of your house. They're doing it right in front of the targeted individual. But for a targeted individual to say, look, they gang stalking me, it seems absolutely fucking crazy. But the whole time they literally are hooking up the technology right in your face that's going to be torturing you in a second. And that neighbor that you see moving in directly beside you, those are the ones who's going to be controlling it. And that's how it is. They literally do it right in your face, and you have to just sit and watch and documenting and saying that this person who's on a light pole is gang stalking me. It's weird, but that's exactly, it's just, it takes me back to the John Lang case. If I did a video on the John Lang, for y'all not familiar with it, look up the John Lang case. John Lang, L-A-N-G, and he was a targeted individual. He collected dirt at the police department, and they were gang stalking him, but they was doing the same methods. They ended up breaking his house, killing him. They stabbed him and set his apartment, I mean his house on fire though, but he set up surveillance around his house, and y'all to keep on seeing all these work trucks pulling up to his house. When the workers get out the work truck, their attention automatically go to John Lang house. You could see them like looking at his house, but they're there for the neighbor's house or something like this. But bro, it's like some movie type shit. When y'all go look at the videos on John Lang, y'all would see that those people who was parking in front of his house or a neighbor's house and they were in these work vans, it is spooky for real when you see it, because as a targeted individual, you automatically see what's going on. But as someone who's unaware of the program, it looked like just regular people. Wait, that's just the work van, bro. Those people are not thinking about you, but the whole time, like, you're literally the only one they're thinking about. Just like all the type shit we seen in movies, the Mission Impossibles, when Tom Cruise is walking around in an airport or something, like the people who's there to catch their flights, they're unaware that these games are literally being played around them. They're just there to catch a flight. The whole time you literally have these agents who's fighting each other in the airport, and the public is unaware of what's really going on. To them, it looked like just two regular people fighting, but really it's an agent working for this company, and there's an agent working for that company who's really fighting or doing some weird shit, you know? And it's crazy because they learn how to mask and hide the harassment right in the public, bro. Now that is some wicked, smart, evil, genius type shit. Any way that they could mask the harassment, jeez, that's just tough when you really think about that on a psychological level. Because you have to literally watch these people do this shit in your face, and there's nothing you could do about it. You can't call the law on them. You can't go out there and take matters into your own hand, because to the world, those people are just here doing their job. Can't you see them going up on the light pole and hooking up shit and hooking up wires? But the whole time, it's technology to target you. That is fucking insane. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi book. That is crazy. Because how could you compete with that? How could you combat something like that? You absolutely can't. You're defenseless watching it all happen. Mm-mm-mm. They got it sold up. I ain't gonna even lie. I just don't see no way around it, for real. Yeah, that's enough for my rant. I just said that. I've been on here talking long enough, man. Yeah, but the torture aspect of the program, that shit suck balls. I ain't gonna lie. That shit suck balls. It's like your life and your health is in their hands. So anytime they feel like ramping it up, they do it with not a care in the world. And then the EMTs and the doctors will be standing over you, knowing exactly what's going on, and you can't say nothing to them because how they're going to try to flip the script. So it's like our victim literally have to just stay there and take the abuse, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's some traumatic shit, for real. That's traumatic. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in the program. Sheesh. So I had an adventurous night with Gangstalk About the Numbers. Said if y'all not subscribed to his channel, I advise y'all to. I mean, or don't. It's up to y'all, but he definitely be dropping some content, especially about how the program is directed for him or whatever. When it's undeniable when you really start looking at it and peeling the layers back, man. So he did say that, and I caught that video, so I definitely wanted to speak and touch on that. He was actually the first person I thought of when I noticed the harassment increase with the loud revving vehicles, with the police presence. Now all of a sudden the police is in the parking lot area of the day here. Now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of drunks, and these are nice apartments. Like, these aren't your ghetto, run down, high crime infested apartments. So it's like, for it to be allowed and for it to be a kind of thing for a whole bunch of drunks and dope heads to come and sit on the property on your own bitch out there loud, drinking, playing music. It just let me know that the apartment complex is really in on it, because a lot of those people who come over here is not even members of the community. They don't even live in the building, but y'all allowed them to sit right in front of the rent office because it's right by my window to do all this weird shit. That is crazy. Because if it was me, they would have barred me from the premises. The police would have called on me. I would have probably got some trespassing charges. I probably even would have got booked. But with the program, now the police just pull up and they walk away. Police don't never get out and confront them. He just pull up and park, and they just disperse, and they right back when the police leave. It could be some regular shit, but I don't, with the program, you can't even really let your guard down. I just try to put myself in that situation. I know if it was me, they would have hauled my black ass off so fast, kicked me off the property, made sure that I got the papers, alleged that I'm banned from here, and if I'm back on the premises, that's trespassing. So yeah, they pick and choose, just like with the guy who sideswiped our car the other day. All they did to this guy was wrote him a bunch of tickets. He hit the car. He left the scene of this. They pulled him over on another street about 6 minutes away, 7 minutes away from the house. And you came back to tell us that, well, we did give him a bunch of tickets, if that helps. What the fuck you mean? You ain't taking to jail or nothing? Y'all let him drive off in an uninsured car that y'all even told a motherfucker? You coming back to tell me how many tickets y'all gave him? Is the motherfucker locked up or not? No, that's the point. How is it he not? But if it would have been my ass in the same situation, I'd have been still in the county. This goes to show how they're working for these people. These people literally work for the law. They don't get no sweeter this. They get you to commit crimes and then give you a slap on the wrist. They write you tickets that they are going to pay. The program is going to pay for those tickets. So the perp that sideswiped the car, he just got a free pass on committing the crime. And the police and the court system help him do it. That shit is wicked, bro. I can't go outside right now and jaywalk without being sworn, cuffed, searched, and everything. And that shit it's a cold world for real. It's a cold world. Jeez. It's a cold world. The system is 100% corrupt. And if you're anybody that they look at or classify as a dissident or someone who's aware and speak on certain shit that they feel as though that you shouldn't be speaking on or bringing the light or ringing the bells on, then your ass is cooked. Those are facts. It's just like the movie Divergent, and the girl had to walk around and try to blend in with the rest of the bots, the people who was in society. She couldn't let it be known that she was different. She couldn't let it be known that she didn't conform or that she saw the world different and was questioning shit. She had to keep that shit to herself in order to live a normal life. This is what she had to do. Her name was Trish in the movie. The movie Divergent. If she wanted to live a normal life, she had to continue to go through life about that. But she was like a rebel at heart, a true dissident. And they was on their ass. Anybody who wasn't brainwashed, they were literally on their ass. So it's like a lot of that shit that they be telling us is just them telling us what they doing to us. I know that sounds cliche because a lot of people that pointed that out and said it, but the shit is 100% undoubtedly true. They tell us what they doing to us. It's like herding a bunch of sheep, and they got these community-based agents as the shepherds. And it's crazy because they work in unison too. It's some sick shit, bro. Some sick shit. As positive as I try to be about the program, like well, maybe it will end one day. I don't know. I just sad to be. I just look and see how far they are. It's too open. It's like they're in too deep with the program. The shit is worldwide, first and foremost. So this lets you know that every government and every local law enforcement is involved in it. They're like first infantry. Local law enforcement, EMTs, is like the first infantry to the shit. Then you got the foot soldiers, which is your community-based agents. Then it started going higher and higher and higher from there. But for this shit to be global, it's not gonna stop. How is all the governments gonna come out and admit that the same program is going on in their country? They can't. Without being complicit with it, they can't. So yeah, that's my morning rant, bro. About the program, we can go ahead and get together. Trying to hear this shit. Phone locking up though.